Alright, boys and girls, so let's take a look at some extra practice problems for Chapter 6, Section 4, Solve Two-Step Equations. Go ahead and press pause on the video and press play when you think you have these done, and we'll go through the answers step by step. Make sure you understand them. Okay, so in question number 1, I have -2 plus 2/3 w equals 10. Now remember, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the side with the variable, and that side happens to be the left in this problem. Now once you're looking at that side, you want to find the constant, and that's the number all alone, and you want to get rid of it by either using addition or subtraction. Always get rid of it using the opposites. So there we have a -2. The opposite of -2 is +2. So let's put that there on both sides. Notice the work is nice and neat, everything's lined up. That's the way your paper should be as well. The -2 and +2 on the left cancel. We're left with 2/3 w on the left, and on the right, 10 plus 2 is 12. Now at this point, we look at the coefficient, and the coefficient is a fraction. Anytime you have a fraction as a coefficient, to get rid of it, multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. So let's go ahead and add that there as a multiplication. On the left-hand side, 3/2 times 2/3, they're going to cancel out. We're left with w on the left. And on the right-hand side, we can turn that 12 into a fraction by putting it over 1, if that makes it easier for you to multiply. On top, I have 12 times 3, which is 36. And on bottom, I have a denominator of 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, 36 divided by 2 equals 18. So our final solution is w equals 18. Now, on question number 2, again, the variable's on the left-hand side of the equation, and the constant there is a 3. Notice there's no symbol in front of that 3. When there's no symbol in front of the number, you assume that it is positive. The opposite of +3 is -3, so we'll put that there on both sides of the equation. Again, notice that it's nice and neat and lined up. That's the way your paper should be as well. On the left-hand side, +3 and -3 cancel. This leaves 2/5 j on the left-hand side, and on the right, 6 minus 3 is 3. Again, we eliminate the fraction coefficient by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5/2, the reciprocal of 2/5. On the left, 5/2 multiplied by 2/5 cancel, leaving j. And on the right, I can turn that 3 into a fraction by putting it over 1, if it helps me. 3 times 5 for the numerators gives 15, and 1 times 2 is 2. Now, if you want to turn this improper fraction into a mixed number, you can. 2 goes into 15 7 times, and the remainder is 1. Denominator stays the same. If you want to leave your answer just as j equals 15/2, that's fine as well. Now, for question 3. This time the variable's on the right-hand side, but before we do anything, just like I've said for the past couple chapters, anytime you see a mixed number, turn it into an improper fraction first. If you forgot how to do it, look at the extra examples video from the last section, and I go over how to do that in detail. Now that we have this problem rewritten with an improper fraction instead of a mixed number, we can go to work. So again, we're looking at the right-hand side because that's where the variable is. The constant there is a +10. The opposite of +10 is -10, so we go ahead and add that to both sides. The +10 and -10 cancel, and on the right we're left with 4/3 x. On the left-hand side, 20 minus 10 is 10. And remember, to eliminate a coefficient that's a fraction, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal, in this case 3/4. On the right-hand side, the 3/4 times 4/3 cancels, leaving x. And on the left-hand side, again, I can turn that 10 into a fraction by putting it over 1. 3 times 10 is 30. 4 times 1 is 4. All right, boys and girls, here's 3 more problems. Again, go ahead and press pause on the video and try and work these out. Press play when you think you've got them. Okay, so problem number 1. This one, the variable's on the left-hand side, so that's the side we're going to concentrate on. We look at the constant, and we've got a 3 there, a +3. The opposite of +3 is -3, so we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. Nice and neat, always, so you can see what you're doing. Plus 3 and minus 3 cancel, and we're left with 2x on the left and 10 on the right. Now the coefficient is 2. We're going to divide both sides by 2. The times 2 divided by 2 cancel on the left, and on the right, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Looks like I didn't leave myself enough room, so I had to write my answer off to the right. Sorry about that. Alright, let's take a look at question number 2. Again, the variable's on the left-hand side of the equation, and the constant there, without a variable, is 3. We have a minus 3. The opposite of minus 3 is plus 3. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. The minus 3 and plus 3 cancel. So I'm left with h divided by 5 on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, 1 plus 3 is 4. So now I have h divided by 5 equals 4. The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. On the left-hand side, the two 5's cancel, leaving h. And on the right-hand side, 4 times 5 is 20. Now let's look at problem 3. This time the variable's on the right-hand side and the constant is 10. The opposite of plus 10 is minus 10. The plus 10 and minus 10 cancel on the right-hand side. We're left with 5x equals, and on the left-hand side, negative 15 minus 10 is going to be negative 25. Now, in order to solve this, the coefficient is 5, so we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient. On the right-hand side, the times 5 and divided by 5 cancel. And on the left-hand side, negative 25 divided by 5 is negative 5. And there we have it. If you were able to do all 6